Hey guys, Envy here, and before this video starts, I just want to say stay tuned for tomorrow, because I'll be uploading an update on my 150 sub video on the winner of the choice. That's all. So anyway, let the video commence. Hello everyone, and welcome to NV Gaming. I'm your host, Envy, and today, a lot of people have been talking about the sacrifice quest. So I thought I would like to give my thoughts and theories on the sacrifice quest and how it's going to happen. Alright, starting off with the intro. Our best way of finding the Lotus is Hunhound, because Hunhound is the Lotus's father. Yep. So I'm just using the broken one as an example. So it would make sense, because he can track her. You're probably wondering, how do we track her? Simple answer. Her helmet, right here, we can use it to track her. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute. Hunhound doesn't like us. He's not going to partner up with that. True. But, he does care about his daughter. During the second dream quest, during the ending last mission around that time, he was trying to convince the Lotus that come to his side, but she denied him. Okay, so that shows that he does care for her. So we find him. Now he's definitely in a weak state from the last battle, from the last quest with the Octavia, because the last time we faced Hunhound was from there it is, Octavia's Anthem. So he's still weak from that fight. We explained to him the situation. We explained to him, like, hey, the Orkin is still alive. The plan did not work, or something like that. Hunhound would just be like, what? One Orkin is still alive? How is this possible? The plan was foolproof. Of course, it didn't backfire in the end. But, so then he's like, okay, I am helping you. Because, because he knows, now he's not telling us this, but he knows that something's going to happen. So he's going to put aside his differences and stuff. No, he is sacrificing what he wants in order to help out. So, what he does is, he summons our buddy. So Hunhound decided to summon the Stalker. Now, the Stalker just automatically appears. He has no idea where he's at. Then he realizes he sees us. So, Hunhound immediately removes Shadow Stalker, his armor and stuff, and turns it back into normal Stalker. Now, the Stalker just immediately went on his knee, just took a knee because he was weak from all that power being taken. And so then Hunhound talks to both of us, stating, "You two must team up and work together to save my daughter, blah, 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 blah." Of course, then we explain the situation into more detail. Then Hunhound... No, wait. Then the Stalker's like, wait a minute, an Orkin is still alive? Because remember, in the lore, Hunhound... No, wait, the Stalker hates us because we slaughtered the Orkin and stuff like that in the lore. If you have no idea what's going on or I'm talking about, I would strongly recommend you watch a lore video from another YouTuber. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cover the lore of Warframe. It's very difficult to get all the sources and stuff. But I know there's some people who did an amazing job of telling the story of what happened before we awaken from cryosleep. Okay? So anyway, continuing on, Stalker would join us because he's thinking to himself, okay, I can take two birds with one stone here. Realizes, okay, so an Orkin is alive, and we're going to be finding the Lotus. So this means he can take two birds with one stone. He finds an Orkin, finally, and also, he also gets to take down the Lotus, because he hates us, so he's thinking, I could take down Space Mom. Nice. That's another nickname for the Lotus. So then, 3 to 5 missions pass. Then we get to, the finishing job. So we find Nata. Guys, that's another name for the Lotus. We find her, and then We're with the Stalker, keep in mind. And as we've been going throughout these a few missions and stuff, we learned to develop, and we learned about the Stalker and everything. And it was actually a fun journey and stuff, and it's absolutely amazing. So, we made it to Ballas. Ballas is right here. He's just like, hey. Now, there are one or two things that's happening. Either he is marrying the Lotus, or he is sacrificing her to something. No matter what happens, I believe that at the end, we trigger something, and it awakens or opens something. The Sentinel army comes back, or the Orokin come back in some way, allowing us to do another quest line and stuff in the future. So then mostly a battle breaks out, and we're fighting Ballas, and we're just like, you know, getting crushed and stuff, and the graphics has to be definitely amazing. Like, I'm talking like it's the equivalent graphics of when the Shadow Stalker legit pierces us with the War Sword. I'll probably have a clip of that on right now, or maybe not. So then as we're fighting, the Stalker is all like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Lotus. Now, I have no idea if Lotus is brainwashed or not, but this part, I had a super idea on how this is going to work. The Stalker has the hate out, and he's like, finally, I get what I want. And then the Lotus is like, so the Lotus says, and I love you, my child. She just says that, and the Stalker pauses like, after all I've done to the Warframes and stuff, you still love me. Yes. So then the Stalker has a change of heart kind of thing, and he's just like, wow. And his aura of, like, anger and stuff is changing emotion to, like, a blue. Then he turns around. When the Ballas is about to finish us, he throws himself in front of Ballas. And Ballas takes down the Stalker, and then a flash of light happens. Then, we wake up something like this. We turn around, and then we see a dark, shadowy figure. And that's the Stalker's Tenno right there. Now, we don't see a face or anything, it's just a massive shadow, but we can see, like, an outline of a Tenno. Okay? And so then he says a few monologue, then he shakes our hands saying, take this, I sacrificed myself to save you. And little did we know that the Stalker is actually Umbra. The Warframe Excalibur Umbra. And so then that's the big cliff reveal. So basically the Stalker is the thing that we're sacrificing. And then you're like, wow. So basically the Warframe swaps, and then we have the whole thing, like, we're just like, Ballas is about to attack us. We use the fourth ability, conjuring up the Exalted Plague of Umbra, which I'm thinking it's probably like something amazing or something. And then we do a final showdown, boom. We take down Ballas, we get his sword, we come back, boom, we save the Lotus. Now, just because I'm thinking this would be the most hilarious thing, but also still awesome, we do not see the Lotus's face. That's what I'm thinking. We don't see her face. That would be the awesomest thing ever. It's just one of those, like, ugh. So then we're just going to need to wait, like, a few more quests or something to get a face reveal of the Lotus. And that would be just awesome. For me, that is. Or just the most funniest thing ever, and the most troll thing ever. So we give her back her helmet and everything like that. Then we get a message at the end saying, hey, from the Stalker, finally. And he says, hey, I'm sorry, I've gone, take my Warframe, you can have it. So basically, his Warframe was Excalibur Umbra the whole time. We defeated Ballas, and that's it. We get his sword, we get Umbra, and then that's it. The story's over. Everything fits back to normal. Hanhound is happy. And that's it. And again, like I said, we might have triggered something like opening a portal or something like that. I feel like that this quest will leave like a cliffhanger or something, or just a small question mark at the end of what's next, you know? That's all. And we get like a small hint, but then it's just like, what's else? Well, anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, actually. But that's kind of how that's kind of like I'm thinking of how the sacrifice quest is going to go down. We sacrificed, the Stalker sacrifices himself. The Stalker was actually Excalibur Umbra, and we get Excalibur Umbra and everything. Now, if you're wondering, what about the Stalker? What about his parts? Well, here's what I'm thinking. There might be like a side quest in which we revive the Stalker, or a new Stalker is made. And he still has all the parts and stuff. And that's how it's going to work. But it'd be awesome. Think about it. We sacrifice a person who is constantly attacking us, constantly hunting us, to set an example for us, to remind us that no matter how strong we are, we will always be second best. Or something like that. And that guy's just, taken out of the picture. And the reason why he was so powerful was he was Excalibur Umbra. It would be absolutely cool and kind of an awesome plot twist. That's all. Well, anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video again. This is NV Gaming signing off. Don't forget to stay tuned, actually, tomorrow, for a news video. That is all. Thank you again. This is NV Gaming signing off.